There are just a handful of things that you're wanting to know, which you do know. And now, knowing what you know and understanding that you can pose any question to the universe, and then any question that you pose will be answered, tend to your point of attraction and let the universe yield to you whatever it is you're asking for. It sort of reduces the everything that I want to talk about down to what is it that I want to focus upon in this moment, and how do I want to be surprised and delighted by the universal forces and the fairies of the universe and the consequences of my alignment right here and right now. All potential is there for you, and don't you just want to focus upon whatever it is that will please you in a satisfying way in this moment in terms of discussion? There are no problems to solve because every problem is solvable. There are really no questions to answer because every question is answerable. There's just, how am I going to delight myself with co-creative experience right here and now? That's what we want you to begin to feel about your life. You could wake up in the morning and you could identify something that you have a slight or intense interest about, and you could say, I'm looking forward to the way this will be revealed to me today, and endless ways of the revelation of that will come to you once you're in that place of expecting it to come. We want you to not care about the next moment, only this one, because this is the moment where all of your options and only your options apply. And this is a moment where you focus. This is the moment of satisfaction. This is the moment of intellectual stimulation. This is the moment of fun. This is the moment of the feeling of worthiness. This is the moment of the feeling of pride and clarity and alignment. This is the moment. This is the moment. There isn't anything beyond this moment ever. It's always this moment. How do I choose to feel now? In some ways, we're sort of taking this away from the physical world in which you are accustomed to living. And so let's bring it back. What do you think would be the most satisfying to experience right here and now? Come as descriptive as you can of what you are feeling. So offer some words. I like this feeling. I want to keep it going. I like to feel the empowerment that is me. I would like to feel this force field around me. I would like to be a catalyst to assist others in finding it. You just milk it. You just focus there and milk it. You've put enough into your vortex to keep yourself busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes. And that the paths of least resistance have been carved out on all of those things. And since these things are not relevant, you think they are, but they are not. Since you're not proving worthiness to anyone, so you can give a whole lot of it up. The realization of your own personal power and the exhilaration of now exercising your own personal power toward the creation of anything that this life can help you to define. And there's just a richness in that that is nearly unspeakable, of when you get hold of that realization of who you are, and you understand just minimally these laws of the universe, and you acknowledge that the way you feel is your indication of what vibrational point of attraction you've got going on, so that you are able to consciously determine whether you want to increase momentum or decrease momentum, whether you want to become more specific or whether you want to become less specific. And as you start applying just that very simple understanding, and you increase the momentum when you feel good, and then you try your best to distract yourself when you don't, and then you watch the universal response to all of that, what's right around the corner for you is a sensation of clarity and invincibility that then sort of sets you into a whole new modality of creation. Because now, instead of just trying to figure out how you're going to pay your rent, or try to figure out how you're going to keep your own house clean, or try to figure out who's going to mow your yard, or how you're going to get your car paid for or maintained, instead of those kinds of things that take up quite a bit of your thought process, now you've had a sort of paradigm shift. Not so different from someone who's made their transition into non-physical. You now understand things in another way. You now begin to see the world through the eyes of source. And now different things get your attention that never got your attention before. It's like a whole new buffet opens up around you right where you stand. So walking right down the same streets, in the same neighborhoods, even in some cases with the same people, moving through the same cities, in the same time-space reality, you are at a wavelength where different things are now occurring to you, and they are different enough and in vibrational harmony enough with the newfound vibration that you have accomplished, that now your whole world looks different, and you are renewed in this life experience. You feel like you felt when you first got here. You're eager about life. You feel unguarded about things. And now the combination of co-creative partners that comes together with you is so intoxicating intoxicating. You have a conversation with someone that takes you into a place of enlightenment that you have not been before, and the satisfaction of that co-creation with this co-creation, the synergy of all that you are, gives you the sensation of empowerment and beingness and appreciation that you want to describe as what it feels like when you are in heaven. You have figured out a way how to bring all that is good and focus it into this moment in time. And there is an experience of living in that understanding that is the reason that you think that you want to do or be or have all of the things that you want to do or be or have. Every moment in time has the potential, whether you know it or not, to yield more depth and more satisfaction than you have allowed it so far. And so what you're reaching for is the paradigm shift. What you're reaching for is the newfound vibration that gives you the newfound perspective, that gives you the newfound life experience right here and now. And if you would stop measuring what everybody else's experience is and comparing their experience to yours, and just savor the newfound experience that you just found as a result of the new energy work that you just did, now you're feeling like you felt when you decided to come. And now you're looking around this palette of life experience around you, and you're appreciating all of them in their diversity. And there's not one of them that annoys you, because every one of them you feel appreciation for, because the entire palette is what has given you the perspective that has now caused you to focus in the way that is allowing you to feel like you now feel. And then you discover it wasn't just getting to the new house, although that was nice. And it wasn't just driving the new car, although that's nice. And it wasn't the new relationship. It's not the new lover. It's not even the new, it's not the new manifestation of anything. It's the new perspective that you have achieved as you're standing in that environment. Your environments keep shifting to match your vibrational acuity.